You think you know what combat looks like. You've seen it in movies, in games, in headlines. But here's the question no one asks. What does it actually feel like when it's real? Because real combat doesn't care about your expectations. It doesn't follow scripts, and it definitely doesn't reward ego. Tonight, we separate myth from reality and uncover veteran-tested truths that could mean the difference between panic and survival. Myth number 1. Combat is fast, heroic and clear. Thanks to films like Black Hawk Down or American Sniper, we imagine chaos, but controlled chaos. We imagine awareness, precision, dialogue under fire. Reality? It's confusion. It's noise so loud it swallows your thoughts. It's not knowing where the shots are coming from. Veterans from the United States Marine Corps and United States Army often describe the first firefight the same way. Tunnel vision, auditory exclusion, time distortion. You don't rise to the occasion. You fall to your level of training. And if that training isn't burned into muscle memory, your brain freezes. Myth number 2. The best fighters feel no fear. Let's dismantle that right now. Even elite operators, whether in the Navy SEALs or British Special Air Service, feel fear. The difference? They expect it. Fear is not weakness. It's data. Racing heart, oxygen spike, shaking hands, adrenaline preparing muscles, narrowed focus, survival prioritization. The veteran tip here? Control breathing, control the mind, control the moment. 4 seconds inhale, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds exhale. It sounds simple. It works. Because combat isn't about eliminating fear. It's about functioning through it. Most people imagine survival as gun skills. Wrong. Combat veterans will tell you the fight you avoid is the one you win. Situational awareness isn't paranoia, it's pattern recognition. Who's out of place? Where are exits? What's cover? And what's concealment? Let's clarify that myth too. Drywall? Concealment? Engine block? Cover? Car doors? Mostly useless. And here's the brutal truth. Most civilian casualties in sudden violence happen within the first seconds, because they're mentally unprepared. Veterans develop a habit called baseline scanning. They unconsciously map environments, entrances, threat angles, escape routes, not obsessively, effortlessly. Ask yourself right now, if something happened where you're sitting, where would you move? If you don't know, that's the gap. Myth number 4. The lone wolf survives. Reality? Teams survive. In places like Fallujah and Helmand Province, survival wasn't about being the best shot. It was about communication, covering sectors, calling reloads, trusting the person next to you. Even in civilian survival scenarios, coordination matters. If you're with family during a crisis, do they know who grabs the kids, where you rally if separated, who calls emergency services? Combat veterans rehearse contingencies relentlessly, not because they expect disaster every day, but because chaos punishes improvisation. When bullets fly, your body changes. Vision narrows. Fine motor skills deteriorate. Complex thinking drops. That's why veterans emphasize gross motor skills under stress. Big movements, simple plans, clear commands. This is why training repetitions matter more than complex tactics. In real combat, you won't perform at your peak. You'll perform at your baseline. And here's the uncomfortable question. What's your baseline? Myth number 6. Survival ends when the shooting stops. Reality? That's when another battle begins. Veterans returning from conflicts like Iraq War and war in Afghanistan often describe hypervigilance that lingers, sleep disruption, crowd scanning, startle response. Survival rewires you. And ignoring the psychological aftermath can be just as dangerous as ignoring physical threats. The strongest warriors understand this. Recovery is part of readiness. Seeking support is not weakness, it's maintenance. So, what actually increases your odds? Here's what experienced combat veterans consistently teach. 1. Avoid predictable patterns. Routine makes you readable. 2. Control your breathing under stress. Oxygen equals clarity. 3. Move with purpose, not panic. Hesitation kills, recklessness kills faster. 4. Seek cover, not concealment. Know the difference. 5. Communicate clearly and simply. Short commands, no essays. 6. Train realistically. Stress inoculation matters more than comfort drills. 7. Leave ego at the door. The fight is not about pride. It's about going home. Here's the part most people don't want to hear. You don't win combat. You survive it. The goal isn't domination, it's extraction. The veterans who live longest aren't the most aggressive. They're the most adaptable. They observe. They anticipate. They disengage when possible. And they understand something critical. Violence is chaotic, but preparation reduces chaos. So let me leave you with this. If your worst day arrived tomorrow, would you rely on assumptions or preparation? Because myths are comforting. Reality is unforgiving. And survival? It belongs to the trained mind, not the loudest voice in the room. Stay aware, stay disciplined, and above all, stay ready.